to the man cave. Part 2 of the VFR project. We're going to be carrying on finding out why we've got no fuel injection system and why we've got no HIS Honda integrated security system, why we've got no immobiliser light coming on, which is the reason why it's not starting. Bear with us, let's crack on with it and let's see if we can find out what's happening. Cheers. Lighting's a bit weird in the shed because I'm in the middle of doing a refurbishment kind of thing, so I'm messing with the lighting and I'm building a bit of a workshop and I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Progress update. So I've disconnected the HIS, the immobiliser key chip thing on the ignition barrel. Disconnected it. There's 2 to 3 volts power going to it. So I've been tracing the wires back, which is the red and yellow wire and the pink. Follow the loom, it goes down in, it goes down to a connector here. It's the red and yellow wire, which I believe is the power one, is 3 volt going into the plug here. And then on the other side, it's 12.7. So it's going from 12.7 to 3 volt in this connector. So there's something wrong in this connector here. I think I actually connected this up. Bypassed a few things now and I still can't get power to the fuel injection or the HIS immobiliser system. I thought it was going to be that tilt over switch because it's a common thing, so I bypassed the tilt over switch. Still no ignition, no lights, no nothing, so I'm a bit stumped with it still. Okay, so I've done a bit of research on one of the forums, and they've suggested that if we connect the jumper cable for the service light, that gives you like your diagnostic codes on your dashboard and stuff like that. So they said just to see if that powers up the fuel injection light. Hey, look. See that? The immobiliser key has started to work. So you turn the key on, light goes green to say the key's coded, and then it goes out, which is what it's supposed to do. All I've done is just used a joiner wire on the service plug, service connector, which you're supposed to do to get the fault codes if there's a fault with it. And like I say, I did that, and the look, green and goes off on the HIS key. So I'm presuming that that means the good news is that these keys are coded to this bike. Check the relays, not getting anything from the ECU to the relay. So we're going to check the ECU earths and live to make sure that that's getting powered up. And then from that, if they're okay, then we're going to check the 5 volt reference feeds from the ECU to the sensors, to see whether the ECU is actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. So there's battery voltage, so we're all good there. So let's check if there's voltage to the ECU first. Ignition on. 12.9 volts, so we've got voltage going into it. We're going to check the earths now to the ECU. So I've put one side of the probe onto the positive of the battery. I know from the wiring diagram that the green earth, that one there, and there is 2 other green earths with the pink strips in. Those 3 are all the earths for the ECU, so I'm going to probe them and they should come up with 12 volt. Yeah, they do. So we know that one is earthed. And that one is earthed. And that, so the ECU, it's got all its earths that it should do, and it's got its 12 volt feed into it. So that all checks out, so nothing's wrong with that. Next test is to find out whether the ECU is actually alive and doing what it's supposed to be doing. So we will be finding 5 volt reference feeds to the sensors on the bike. Providing they're all working, that means the ECU is doing its job. If there's no 5 volt reference feeds to the sensors on the bike, then obviously this ECU is looking like it's going to be toast, which will be the reason why they've obviously give the bike up. So let's try that first, see what happens. That will be a 5 volt feed, so we shall test that first and see what that's doing. Right, so nothing, no 5 volts, no voltage, no nothing. There should be 5 volt feed from the ECU to that plug. So a second test just to confirm it is we'll do a continuity test. We'll check for the voltage at the ECU end as well, and we'll do the continuity test as well to confirm that there's no issues from the plug to the ECU with the wiring. So let's do that now. So same wire at the ECU end, back probe it, and again no voltage, no nothing. So at this stage it's not looking good. It's looking like this ECU is not playing ball. Let's just do a quick continuity test and then we'll call it a day on that one there. There you go. So we've got continuity and 0 ohms, pretty much 0 ohms. Obviously you can test other things on the bike, other sensors and things like that as well to see what readings you get, but I don't need to go any further with this now. I'm fairly confident that ECU needs to be replaced. So yeah, it's time to get some money out, and clearly this is obviously the reason why the previous owner decided to get rid of it. But hey ho, let's go and see if we can get an ECU for it, and yeah, we'll put that on and see if we can get any life out of it.